This morning, our veteran's voice takes us back to the end of World War II. Marvin Belcher, with dreams of becoming a pilot, and that desire landed him at Minter Field in Shafter. He would take to the air over Germany, but not at the controls of a plane. Instead, he had a bird's eye view of the last few months of the war in Europe.
Not only his salvation, but his guidance through the years.
Marvin Belcher's faith runs deep.
He spoke as one having authority.
He teaches Sunday school at the Church of the Brethren in Bakersfield. His faith at the core of his existence. While nearing graduation from Modesto High School in the early days of World War II, he truly believed his destiny would be in the clouds over Europe.
Again, I tried to be a pilot. I applied and it was out here at Minter Field.
He landed in Shafter in early 1943. The facility covered in planes, barracks, even a pool. And it wasn't long before he learned his future would include flying, but at a different set of controls.
You know, they need gunners more than they need pilots. So I was small enough, 139 pounds. They said, well, you'll fit in the ball turret really well. So that was my assignment, and I was glad for it. I liked that position.
Marvin left Shafter for flexible gunnery school in Arizona. Then his crew was assembled in Florida before flying a B-17 to England. Unlike the early days when crews were assigned a plane and named it, Marvin's team never had one of their own.
We were in various planes, and all of them had different names.
Oh, okay.
We were not the same plane. And the one that we flew over was not even named yet. We were just flying it to get it there.
He was part of the 384th Bomb Group, his first mission over Europe on February 12, 1945. And by then, the German Luftwaffe was no longer a threat.
The Germans were not able to put fighter planes up against us. And even though we were prepared for them, I only saw one in 26 missions.
But anti-aircraft fire was, and it was everywhere.
And I had a good view of it from the ball turret. And they'd come closer, 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 closer. And then you just felt like you were going to hit. On one mission, we had the ground crew counted 100 holes in our plane, but not a member of our crew got a scratch.
Marvin was in the most exposed part of the aircraft, the cramped space of the ball turret underneath, and it made it hard to escape in case of an emergency.
I was small enough that I could carry my parachute at my side here, hooked onto one side, and I could open the hatch back here and push myself out.
Marvin was part of the last bombing raid over Germany on April 25th, 1945, his 26th and final mission. And it wasn't long after that, Germany surrendered. Shortly thereafter, Marvin volunteered for duty in the Pacific.
I was on my way, and lo and behold, they dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
He was discharged in November and returned home with thoughts of becoming a minister, but instead entered teaching and administration, and for 35 years worked in the Bakersfield City School District. He initially planned to stay for just 2 years.
Found it a wonderful place to live. We enjoyed the church, we enjoyed the school district, we enjoyed the people, you see.
Not to mention his calling to teach at church, his faith carrying him through some of the most dangerous moments of his life.
When you're approaching a target and you can't take evasive action and those rounds are going off all around you, for me at least, I was in prayer mode. I can't speak for others, but I think that was not an uncommon experience.
Uncommon for many, but not Marvin. He still answers the call to serve at 93.